Fabulous Super Race, Chapter 13. The sun was shining over Madagascar. The 33 racers were racing through the jungle. Bugs was in the lead with Taz behind him. Minutes later, Bugs and Taz came across the large wooden plank bridge. "Oh boy, I better drive nice and slowly," Bugs replied nervously. Bugs began to drive across the wooden bridge. Taz then drove across the wooden bridge as well. The wooden bridge started to shake violently. Bugs's vehicle started to wobble. Taz was driving behind Bugs when suddenly, Taz's large wheels broke through a plank and Taz fell right through the wooden bridge and plummeted to the ravine with Taz screaming in fear. Bugs was shaking in fear. Minutes later, Bugs made it across. Bugs breathed a sigh of relief. Bugs drove off into the jungle. Minutes later, Yosemite Sam and Pepia and 12 other racers came by and started to cross the wooden bridge. The wooden bridge was shaking violently, causing the drivers to vibrate violently as well. Pepia was enjoying it. "Oh, I love this feeling," Pepia moaned sexual. Suddenly the wooden planks on the bridge started to crack. Minutes later, Yosemite Sam and Pepia and the 12 other racers made it across the wooden bridge and drove into the jungle. Minutes later, Daffy and 8 other racers dived by, and they started to drive across the wooden bridge. The wooden bridge was shaking violently, causing the racers to shake violently. "Oh man, it feels like I'm on a roller coaster," Daffy replied in disgust. Suddenly, the wooden planks started to break apart on the bridge. Then 4 racers fell through the wooden bridge and into the ravine. Daffy and the 4 remaining racers started to speed up. Minutes later, they managed to cross the bridge and drove into the jungle. Minutes later, Wile E. Coyote and 7 other racers came by and began to cross the wooden bridge. Suddenly, the ropes holding the wooden bridge snapped off, causing Wile E. Coyote and the 7 racers to fall into the ravine. The racers were screaming in horror as they were falling. Wile E. Coyote quickly opened his panel and began to press buttons. Seconds later, Wile E. Coyote's vehicle transformed into a jet and began to fly up the ravine. Eventually, Wile E. Coyote made it back to the top. Wile E. Coyote landed on the ground. His vehicle transformed back to normal and began to take off into the jungle.